assure us that the universe has no center, which is proof that it cannot be you. So today, I looked into Narcissus' pool and saw reflected there the narcissism of millennials. I then disturbed the surface to get to its cause. And last, I offered up a better image that we can all attain. And what became of Narcissus? Well, he did not move, he did not eat, he did not drink. He certainly did Snapchat. He only pined. And as he pined, he became thin and weak. And the beauty that meant everything to him faded. So, go and build something. Because even if you are one in a million, there are 7,000 people exactly like you. Thank you.
That was truly a narcissistic speech. Probably the only time you should take it as a compliment. Our next performer, I really have no words for. If I were to stand here and name all of her accomplishments, I would probably be here until tomorrow morning, and I don't want you all to be here with me. But what I can say is that she is a 3-time state qualifier. She is absolutely one of the most amazing speakers I have met in my life. And she ranked 9th in California this year at the state championships tournament. Today she will be performing her dramatic interpretation for you all titled A Woman Before a Glass. Please welcome Natalie.
Now, we're all supposed to be talking about modern art. But the problem with modern art is that modern art is never an answer. It's always a question. Look around this room with me for a minute. This is a Kandinsky. It's older than God, older than most of you, and this is Joey Bones, and then Myers, and Kandinsky over there again, and I don't know if any of you have heard these names or not. 25 years ago, these men, they were complete unknowns. I discovered them. I encouraged them. I was the one who started sending them monthly stipends so they could eat or play or screw their wives if they wanted to, like regular, ordinary human beings, except they're not regular, ordinary human beings. They're extraordinary. They're artists, and nobody wanted their work except me. Now I just happen to have the most important collection of 20th century modern art in the entire world. But that is why all of you are here. So let's get this thing started. You know, I'm not in the business of wasting time, so you can roll those camera crews back there. Just no close-ups on my ass, okay?
In 1937, Adolf Hitler condemned modern art as immoral and wicked. He created a special commission in hopes of eradicating its existence forever. But thanks to Peggy Guggenheim and her dedication to the preservation of the art and history of her time period, the stories of her people could be heard for years to come. Lainey Robertson's Woman Before a Glass perfectly exemplifies what film icon Charlie Chaplin once noted. There are truer stories in works of art than there are in any history textbooks. Woman Before a Glass by Lainey Robertson. Well, I appreciate all of you sending over the list of suggested questions for an interview with Mrs. Peggy Guggenheim, but you've already pissed me off. You see,
Miss Peggy Guggenheim, divorced twice, and perfectly fine with it. But since you all seem to be so fascinated by the men in my life, let's take a moment to talk about them. You know, I only made the mistake of marrying them twice. Whether I happened to get the two meanest sons of bitches in the entire world, or, you know, if men are nicer to women, they screw on a casual basis, I'm not sure. But, the less said about Lawrenceville and Max Ernst, in my opinion, the better. Now, screw them, and not the way I did, but what we really should talk about is modern art. I'm talking about the greats. Jacques Mayfair and de Calder and Rothko and Jackson Pollock. You know, Jackson Pollock was unheard of until he met me. He was a janitor for this high school in San Francisco, but when I met him, I just knew that he was going to be the harbinger of the great century to come, which, well, he is. Or was. He's dead now, but that doesn't matter because art lives on. And, it's a funny story, modern art and me. See, I didn't like it initially. I preferred Renaissance art, which is ugly and stupid, and it wasn't until 1940 when I was screwing Samuel Beckett that he told me if I didn't know what to do with my money, I should buy modern art, you know. I said, why? He said, because Peggy, that's living. You know, and that's stuff. Well, I started living modern art, you know. Buying it, collecting it, doing whatever you want to call it, but I did it because it was my duty. My duty to save and preserve the art of a time period of a world in chaos. A world where everyone was just devoting themselves to murder. You know, where fascists were being democratically elected in Italy and in Germany, a world where Nazis were marching around Paris, the city of light. A world where Adolf Hitler denounced modern art as evil and decadent and Jewish. You know, in 1942, I lived in about the worst apartment you could find in Paris. And it was me and my collection and the 9 refugees that I was trying to smuggle out of France. And at times like that, you don't have 15 international news crews knocking on your door. You don't have a single instance of human kindness, and that is all I wanted, really. I was exhausted, standing in line all day for fake exit visas and fake passports. And you know what I did? I called the goddamn Louvre. And I asked them to hide my collection from the Nazis. And they sent a man to my apartment, and he barely took half a step inside before he said, "There's nothing here worth saving." Nothing here worth saving. So do you know what I did? I smashed every frame, I rolled every canvas on my own, and I smuggled it to the south of France and then to America, where I was told to my face that modern art, it could only be loved by Jews. And I thought, you're right. All of you, you are absolutely right. Because we Jews, we understand. Because everywhere we go, we are forced to be outsiders. We see this art form for what it truly is. It is not an answer, but a question. It forces you to feel and to think differently and for yourself. And you want to know why Adolf Hitler wanted to destroy it and why I collect it. These are questions that I can never answer for you. just hope one day you feel it. Because when you do, it starts at the very bottom of your soul. And it is beautiful. I hope all of you find something that is worth dedicating your entire life to, because when you find it, you don't need a man or a woman to help you feel whole at night and back. Well, that's good enough for me. All I'm trying to say is that these are not random pictures that can be scattered to the ends of the earth. This is something so fragile, and it can only exist here. Together. This is so much more than one woman's dedication to art. This is a dedication to history. This is a dedication to something just a little bit bigger than myself. This is a Kandinsky. It is older than God, and older than most of you.
Thank you for that, Natalie. That was wonderful as always. So all of the events and all of the speeches that we've seen so far are examples of the speech portion of speech debate. And the speech portion is more based off of presentation, and you can see prepared speeches that can be somewhat argumentative, or you can see interpretive pieces that we saw from Natalie and from Jamie and Cher. The next speech that we're going to be seeing is actually going to be coming from the debate side of speech debate. So in order for this debate to happen, we're going to be calling up Arjun and Ram Tambe and Sahil Anand and Valeria Park to do this debate for us. So